Hi all. Now we are going to look at how we can approach a series magnetic circuit. In the earlier case, we were having a toroid. So it was only a single core of the same dimensions. So it was very easy to solve it. Now we are trying to do a magnetic circuit which is having different cross-sectional areas. So one such circuit is shown over here. So here you can see that there are four sections are there obviously. The first one is the length L1, second is length L2, and third is L3, and there is an air gap over here, that is Lg. So there are totally four lengths are put together. So when you're looking at here, it is evident that the cross-sectional area is not the same throughout. It is varying. So obviously L2 is not same as L1, L2 is not same as L3 and Lg. Okay. Whenever you are getting a circuit like this, the first thing which you have to do is that draw the equivalent electrical circuit which will make you to solve the problem very easily. So electric and magnetic circuit comparison we have already done in our previous lecture, and now we are trying to replicate this magnetic circuit with an electric circuit. So therefore the first and foremost thing is the voltage source. So voltage source is nothing but the MMF, and if you are looking at that MMF, it is nothing but N into I. Okay, MMF is equal to N into I. That is the number of turns into the current. It is also equivalent to flux into the reluctance. Okay, so in order to produce that particular flux, we need to have the MMF source. So that MMF is nothing but your EMF equivalent to a resistive network. Now when you are looking at this particular circuit, you would be able to see four different lengths, L1, L2, L3 and Lg. So all these lengths are representing corresponding resistances. That is, L1 will be having the entire length of L1 will be having a particular resistance or reluctance. L2 again will be having the respective reluctance and resistance. L3 will again have respective reluctance or the resistance, and air gap length will also have some reluctance or resistance. And resistance and reluctance are equivalent in the electric and magnetic circuit. So therefore, I will draw three resistances. So this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, and this is Rg. So this is your EMF source, EMF. So whatever I have marked outside this particular figure is the respective electrical parameters. Inside this I will represent the respective magnetic parameters. So this will be MMF, this will be the reluctance S1, reluctance S2, reluctance S3, and reluctance Sg. So now it is very easy. So therefore, in a series circuit, the total resistance will be R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rg. R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rg. So equivalent resistance will be R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rg. Now what will be in the case of a series circuit, magnetic circuit, it will be total S will be equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus Sg. So we already know the equation for a reluctance is S is equal to L divided by mu 0 mu R into A. Now here the lengths are different. For the section A it is L1, section B it is L2, section C it is L3, and for the air gap it is Lg. So therefore for the respective length L1, the reluctance will be L1 divided by mu 0 mu r1 into A. Because why it is mu r1 is because we can put different kinds of materials together in series. So those relative permeabilities will be different. So that is why mu 0 into mu r1 into A1. S2 will be again mu L2 divided by mu 0 mu r2 into A2. S3 will be L3 divided by mu 0 mu r3 into A3. And Sg will be equal to Lg divided by mu 0 mu rg into Ag. So since it is an air gap, the relative permeability of the air gap is 1. So this factor we can write it as 1. And these areas are nothing but the cross-sectional areas. These areas are nothing but the cross-sectional areas. And the lengths are the mean length. Okay, these lengths are the mean length. It is neither the outside diameter length which you are taking, or outside circumference, or the inner circumference which you are taking. It is nothing but the mean length you are calculating. In the case of a circular one, also in the same way, if you are having a square or rectangular portion also, then you will be taking the mean length. Now the total EMF will be equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rg. That is I into IR1 is nothing but the drop across the resistance R1, drop across resistance R2, drop across resistance R3, and drop across resistance Rg. So therefore the total EMF will be equivalent to the voltage drop across each of the resistances. So here also we can write the total EMF will be equal to MM of 1 plus MM of 2 plus MM of 3 plus MM of into the of the air gap. So it is equivalent to the flux into reluctance plus flux into reluctance of S2, flux into reluctance of S3, and flux into reluctance of Sg. So here we are considering the leakage factor to be 1. So therefore that means the flux in the air gap will be equal to the flux in the ion path, and that is why we have taken flux same for the air gap also. But whenever we are considering the leakage factor lambda, then obviously the value of flux will change. So that we need to keep in mind, that we will analyze when we are trying to do the problems. Otherwise we can take it as the flux is the same throughout. Now we can represent the total MMF in terms of flux density also. So phi is nothing but A into B, S is nothing but L divided by mu 0 mu r A. So effectively it is BL1 divided by mu 0 into mu r. So in that way also you can represent it. Similarly, the total MMF can also be represented as H into L1, because B by mu 0 mu r is nothing but H. So H into L1 plus H into L2 plus H3 into L3 plus H into Lg. So this is how you need to approach the problems. Basic understanding which we need to make it with respect to the electric circuit, and after that the respective formulas can be used in order to calculate it. You can pause for a minute and you can see the problem first. The iron ring is made up of effectively 4 parts are there, and it is made up of a material having relative permeability 1000, flux density of 2 Tesla in the air gap. That is, flux density in the air gap is 2 Tesla. And the dimensions of different length L1, L2, L3 and Lg are given. That is, the mean length is given to you. It is marked in the figure, so it is a mean length. Then A1, A3 and Ag, that is the air gap cross section. A1 and A3 cross sections are the same. It is 2 into the power of minus 4 meter square. And area of the length L2 is 3 into the power of minus 4 meter square. So now, if the current through the coil is 1.5 ampere, you are asked to compute the number of turns required in order to produce the same flux density of 2 Tesla in the air gap. Here one thing is given, leakage flux and the fringing effect, you can neglect it. That means lambda is equal to 1. That means flux in the air gap will be equal to the flux in the ion path. The first and foremost thing which you need to do is that draw the equivalent electric circuit. So this is the equivalent circuit. So MMF is there, which is equivalent to the EMF. S1, S2, S3, S and SIG is nothing but the reluctances or the corresponding resistances. And since the air gap, leakage flux and fringing effect is neglected, phi will be same throughout the ion path and also through the air gap. Therefore, that is marked as phi over here. Now, it is given that the flux density in the air gap BAG is nothing but 2 Tesla. First thing which we need to understand is we need to write an equation with the known parameters. Now, B is the flux density. Now, we already know equation phi is nothing but A into B. So, B is given to you. The parameter which you already know is nothing but area. That is area of cross section of the air gap. So, that means phi air gap will be equal to area of the air gap into flux density B. That is nothing but 2 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So you will be getting it as 4 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So the flux in the air gap, you will be getting it as 4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Webbers. Since the leakage, flux and fringing effect are neglected, you can say write it as flux in the ion path will be equal to flux in the air gap. So therefore, effectively you can write the MMF, which is nothing but N into I. Because you already given, you are asked to find out the current. Sorry, you are asked to find out the number of turns. So the current is already given. So you will write one of the parameters in order to get the number of turns. So that MMF will be equal to the flux phi into S1 plus flux is into S2 plus phi into S3 plus phi into SAG. So here I can also write these flux are the same, or else I can also just represent it just for the understanding purpose. This is the ion path, this is again the flux in the ion path, this is again the flux in the ion path, and this is the flux in the air gap. So that values are the same. So effectively I can write it as N into 1.5 ampere, which is already given to you. You are asked to find out the number of turns, equal to flux is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Then S1, it is nothing but L1 divided by mu 0 mu r A1 plus L2 divided by mu 0 mu r A2 plus L3 divided by mu 0 mu r A3 plus LAG divided by mu 0, mu r is 1, so therefore I am not going to write mu r here, into AAG. So air gap relative permeability is 1. This you can find out, and you will get the number of turns for this particular problem. After the solution, you will be getting it as N will be equal to 11058, this much turns. This will be the final answer. So you can substitute the value of length L1, area of cross section respective to the corresponding sections in this particular series magnetic circuit. Thank you.